If your brain feels like this, then you have brain rot. You struggle to focus on productive things, but very easily slip into bad habits. I'm telling you this right now, you will lose years of your youth if you don't fix this right now. I will give you an ancient technique that I unlocked by reading old text and the biographies of snipers. There are more than 150 guys who are doing this technique daily, and they are seeing some really cool results. So this will work for you 100% of the time. I have used this technique as an engineering student to increase my focus to get better grades. I've used it to do genetics research as a biosciences PhD student. And I've even used this to be more accurate with the M4 rifle as a soldier in training at Fort Benning, Georgia. This technique shows results from day one, and it is not like the standard meditation techniques that takes weeks to get into. The best part is, it's kind of fun to do and it has a clear way to track your progress. I will provide you all the resources you need. I'm not going to be gatekeeping any of my knowledge. Brain rot happens when your brain circuitry is compromised by external overstimulation. Porn, video games, and doom scrolling can do this. Every time you do an action, the neural circuitry associated with that action are strengthened. So there's this vicious cycle that keeps you trapped forever. You can literally observe your ability to concentrate go down. You can feel the level of self-respect you have go down. You can even feel your intelligence and creativity fall off a cliff. But there is a way out. Not only can you push through all this bullshit, you can actually strengthen your brain in the process and come out smarter and more intelligent, more creative, and more resilient. You can come out with better control of your behavior and even the manner of your speech. You can emerge from this with creativity and productivity that you need to change your life. The human brain is the most complex single entity in the known universe, and perhaps the most remarkable thing about it is its ability to change. The most common advice given to guys who are stuck is just go to the gym, bro. And you know what? That's actually really good advice. Physical effort cuts through the mental bullshit. Going to the gym and seeing your body transform shows you a new way. Plus, when you start going to the gym, you want to optimize your diet to maintain your gains, so you start eating cleaner. This further declutters your brain. However, there is a weakness in this method, and I've seen this in myself and clients and friends, and the weakness is that the ego built upon just physical growth is fragile, and a small setback can send you back to your old baseline. I've experienced this myself. Getting fit does wonders for the mind, but the progress can be set back by even a small failure. One girl rejects you and you feel inadequate again. Not only that, but you start getting new anxieties. What if I'm not big enough? And you'll start even creating new copes. I'll ask her out next month when I'm bigger. You never get big enough to match your self-image. This is body dysmorphia. What you want is a robust mind, the kind of mind that does not take damage from failure. In the ideal case, we want an anti-fragile mind that actually gets stronger with failure. I don't think you can get there with the gym alone. Another popular approach is that of meditation. Meditation also works. The benefits are legit. You get measurable results. You can feel your mind becoming immune to setbacks. You start making better decisions as a strategist, and the most fun part is you gain new social skills. Well, technically you don't gain social skills, it's more that you can actually apply the skills that you already had because you're more present. But I mean, you get the point, right? But even meditation has a weakness. Well, the first weakness is that it takes so long to get results. You can go months without feeling like you're making any progress. But the other is, if you force yourself to meditate, you'll quickly associate meditation with pain, and soon as life gets in the way, you'll just quit because you haven't got any positive feedback from it. We all know that meditation works, but how many actually do this on a daily basis? Not many. And that's because it's a hard habit to get into and an easy habit to fall out of. I believe this is because meditation focuses entirely on the mental, and I disagree with this approach. One of the key principles of esoteric health is that the mind and the body are one. It follows that training one without the other is flawed. It is from this realization that I started experimenting. I needed a technique that could see results from day one, so there's no chance of quitting before I see results. I needed a technique that doesn't take more than 10 minutes per day and will give me a tangible power boost throughout the day. I got this technique by studying military history and tactics. In almost every biography I read about the life and adventures of elite modern soldiers, there's one commonality: the importance of controlling heart rate and breath. And this makes sense because the modern battlefield is not a place where you need to be the most physically aggressive. It's about precision, movement, and communication. It requires clear thinking and overall awareness. Think about modern weaponry. Even with a standard issue M4, or even with a simple red dot sight, you can reliably get rounds on target from 300 meters away. And it's not about how hard you squeeze the trigger, obviously. It's about how stable you can keep the red dot on the target. And this requires breath control. If you don't have control over your body, your own physiology, then you're going to miss your target, because even a millimeter of deviation of the gun barrel can cause several meters of deviation at range. The second component is spatial awareness. You need to be aware of the peripheral vision to be able to detect new targets. So the fundamentals of modern combat are breadth and spatial awareness. So it should be zero surprise that the military trains soldiers, especially snipers and operators, on these aspects. This is the technique that I'm going to share with you right now. I'm going to present to you the Esoteric meditation protocol. I'm going to explain how it works and provide you the exact guidance you need to see results. As you know, one of the core esoteric health principles is that the mind and body are one. This means the protocol must train both in the same session. So how does this work? We divide our 10-minute session into two parts. The first is the stress test, and the remaining 9 minutes are minutes of spherical awareness. The stress test is to activate your sympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight response. And the spherical awareness part rapidly cools you down into the parasympathetic state, which is your relaxed state. This process is similar to what a swordsmith uses to temper his blade. First, the blade is red hot, but you immediately plunge it into cold water. This rapid cooling is what actually strengthens the blade, and so it is with your mind. So we heat up the mind using this stress test, and then we rapidly cool it down using spherical awareness in order to strengthen the mind. Let me explain in more detail. So what is this stress test? It is doing the maximum amount of push-ups that you can do in 1 minute. Why push-ups? Well, easily. You can do push-ups basically anywhere. Your room, the airport, school, literally anywhere. You don't need any kind of equipment to do it. But here's the catch. It's not the specific number of push-ups that you need to do. It's that you need to do as many push-ups as you can in 60 seconds. This means that the difficulty scales with your level of experience. For a beginner, maybe you can only push out like 10 push-ups, right? But those 10 push-ups would be challenging. If you're an expert, maybe you can get 50 push-ups total. But I guarantee you, the last 10 push-ups are still going to be very painful and challenging. So it's an equalizer. The last few reps are always going to be a mental challenge. And that's the point. The pain and the honesty of hard physical work is just what cleanses the mind and removes any silly little depression or anxiety that might be residing in your brain. But naturally, this calisthenic workout is going to give you a stressed state, which is the point. Your breathing will be heavy, your heart rate will be elevated. And that kind of state is not associated with meditation at all. Traditional meditation is all about the mind, it's all about relaxation and being calm. However, the stress state is the kind of condition you'd be expecting if you were in combat. A sniper would need to be able to rapidly bring himself from the stress state back into this parasympathetic, relaxed state in order to take the shot. And that's what we're going to be doing. The second phase of the Esoteric meditation protocol is spherical awareness. Spherical awareness is a technique that trains spatial intelligence. Gymnasts and martial artists use this technique to increase their kinesthesia, which is it's a fancy word for the awareness of your body in 3D space. A very cool technique, especially for self-defense with or without weapons. Also very beneficial in social environments because it allows you to read micro-expressions at a subconscious level and get the feel of the room, if you know what that means. The spherical meditation part is difficult to explain with words. It's a more experienced thing. It's like trying to explain how to ride a bike by just talking about it. It's not feasible. There's a part of it which you kind of have to do in order to experience, in order to learn. So I will upload another video which is a full guided meditation on how to do spherical awareness. So after you finish this video, go to that and practice it for yourself to see the benefits. The Esoteric meditation protocol gives you results from day one, but the results only compound and you can see a step change in the benefits after the first week. For this reason, I've created this 30-day challenge in order to keep you consistent. A day-by-day training that will guide you at every step. I will do the push-ups with you. I'll guide you through the spherical awareness process. I've built out this course to deliver a new module every day so you can maintain your consistency. It's like a video game that unlocks new levels as you finish the previous one. It will be as though I'm with you training and meditating. It's a challenge to do any good habit for 30 days, but having a new module drop every single day gives you a sense of progression. You can see in this community that people are sharing photos of their progress tracker. There's even a 7-day Hall of Fame for those who have been consistent for 7 days. The last time I showed this off, there was only 60 guys in here. Now there's more than double. Many new members have started to engage in this weird but simple meditation protocol. Right now it's practically free, so if you're thinking of joining, the best time is literally today. Link is in the description.